Mr. Monaco to come up here and chat a little bit. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. The days are trickling down here to a precious few, right? The first part of March, and first week in March, this whole process will be over. So for those of you who've been running around looking at schools, we know this has been a busy time and a bit of an anxiety-provoking time. We understand that. We're so glad you're back, taking a look at Parish today and checking out any of those final details that you're looking to get some answers on. And we're happy to be here today and want to keep the program in terms of our presentation time down to just to a minimum so that you can have a chance to answer those questions and ask those questions that you wish to get answered. We talk at Parish about being a place of possibility. Really, that has multiple forms when we talk about that. In one sense, it talks about our institutional history. We've been around for 40 years. People forget that because we recreated ourselves 10 years ago, so many folks still look at Parish Episcopal quite accurately as the new guy on the block. But as a place of possibility, folks need to remember that Parish Day School existed now almost for 40 years, starting as a small parish day school over the Church of the Transfiguration. And that school was known and highly regarded as the place that prepared students to go to the best private and public schools in North Dallas. And so the possibility that started from that kernel, that seed of the littlest school at Parish Day, produced wonderful young people that pursued education in schools across this area. And then the possibility was extended and decided to expand the footprint of this school to more than double the student population, to take over this building, the Mobile International Research Station 10 years ago, and retrofit it. As I said, more than double its student population and expand the school to provide a particular need and meet a particular need in this market that we felt existed was truly amazing. And as you've walked around and taken a tour, and if you haven't, I'd urge you to do so, to see what's happened in this community in essentially a decade is really evidence of possibility becoming remarkable reality. So that spirit infuses us, as I refer to it, it's part of our historical DNA. It's who we are. It translates then into the work that we actually do with children. When we see each child as possibility, that's part of our Episcopal framework. We believe that each child has gifts that are God-given, and that we are designed to partner with you as a school in helping children to uncover those gifts and to make them manifest and to understand that those gifts need to be shared as they journey forth as young adults. So each child to us is possibility. So really that mantra and why we promote it speaks to who we are as a school and how we approach working with kids. I would say this too, we've also begun to talk a lot here at Parish about the right school making all the difference. And I think if you go through this process, I'd ask you really to be discerning about that. The right school making the difference means that you're really trying to extract the characteristics of the school that best align with the needs of your child as you perceive them to be. There are lots of influences and flashes and signs and sounds that are coming to you from the periphery, what you're hearing from other parents, what you believe to be the reputational standard that's been established in this market, the thing that you might think represents your child best at some point down the line as they see college admissions or as they go out into the work world. All of those are informing, they're data points. But at the end of the day, what you're really in a discernment process about right now is trying to determine what is it about the school's culture that matches best with who you believe your child to be at this point in time. And we think there are real things about Parish that make us the right school, right? And make a difference for our families presently and potentially for you as prospective parents. First of all, we are a place with a clear sense of place. When you enter this building, when you come into our culture, that feeling is palpable. Students are known here. Parents are known here. We are intentionally inclusive, broadly inclusive, and seek to be a place of personal touch and of community. I think I felt that in my first visit here over 2 years ago, and many folks have commented to me since then as they come in our front door, there's a definitive sense of place here. As I mentioned, the other thing that we think is a difference maker for us is our Episcopal tradition. We are steeped in it. It is important to us. We are use and leverage that to promote in our students a spiritual development, a sense of spiritual wholeness that we feel they need to be balanced, effective, and contributing members to society as they grow older. Our vigorous academic experience offers vibrant options, both academically and co-curricularly. You'll hear about those in more specificity today. And I want to underscore what we mean by vigorous as opposed to rigorous. You'll hear a lot about folks touting their program of rigor, and I understand rigor, but the true definition of rigor refers to harshness and a degree of difficulty and an element of challenge, right, that isn't always embracing, right, of the whole development of the child. When we say vigor, what we're talking about is all those things that vigorous connotates: energetic, engaging, empowering. So we do seek to offer a vigorous yet balanced academic program here. As you listen and you experience things, whether they're about our block schedule or how we offer a real balance and element of extracurricular offerings to students, you'll come to see what we mean by that. Finally, we are really pursuing hard being a place of innovation in our program. Part of creating vigor, the sense of energy and enthusiasm for learning, engagement in learning, is offering students a more customized and individual offerings that speak to their passion point. So what you'll hear from Mark and Michelle and Jay today are programs that are rolling out now, hopes and aspirations that we have for the future that will really position us as a place of innovation in this market. In the end of the day, why Parish is right for my three boys, and why I think you all have been drawn back here to hear about it today, is that we are seeking to produce kids that are not only academically prepared definitively to walk to college and be successful and then to sprint into life as students who are going to be globally competitive, but we're really designed to create kids with purpose. That's really our mission. So it gets us up each and every day, is to empower these kids, not just with the stuff they need up here, but with the things they need in here, in their heart, in their spiritual development, and also in their sense of purpose, that they can go out and be people of impact. And we talk about that here with them extensively. So we're glad to have you, honored that we're being considered as part of your, as a place to educate your child, and look forward to talking with you here over the course of the morning. I'm going to have Mark come up, or Jay come up first. We'll have Jay come up first and talk about the middle school program, and look forward to visiting you here in just a little bit. Jay?
Thank you. And